Hey, what's up everyone? It's John with thenetguy.com, and today I've got a really cool product to share with you. It's the Zhiyun SmoothX smartphone gimbal. What is a smartphone gimbal, you ask? Well, I received this thinking it was a glorified selfie stick, but my mind has been completely changed, and I think it's actually going to change how I make videos in the future. And the Zhiyun company reached out to me and said, what do you think about testing out our new 2-axis gimbal? I said, absolutely. First off, 2-axis gimbal, that means that it's stabilized around this axis and the roll axis on your smartphone. It doesn't handle the tilt axis. Now there are other ones that do all three, but at the price point this is at, the 2-axis gimbal does a remarkable job. It's very easy to set up. I'm actually going to tear it down real quick so you can see what you have to go through when you initially get it. Hey, by the way, now might be a great time, if you haven't subscribed already or liked this video, go ahead and give it a like or give it a subscribe so that you can be made aware of future videos that come out. So when you receive or unpack your gimbal, it's going to come in two pieces. First, it has the handheld controller with the gimbal portion here, as well as a tripod base with a 1/4-20 screw thread. Now, this can be used for other webcams or other cameras as you need. Alternatively, you can use this base on other GorillaPods or other mounts, tripods that you might have that take 1/4-20 mount. First things first, all you have to do is swivel it out and lock it in the up position. Then take the base and screw it in to the bottom. And this will allow you to use the gimbal in a tripod mode or in an extended hand mode. Next, take your smartphone. This is not included. This is my iPhone 6S, and I'll go ahead and put it into the base here. Now you want to try to do your best job to level it out as much as possible. That actually worked really well. Now, if you put it in here a little bit off and it rotates like that, just keep adjusting it slightly until when you let go, it stays perfectly centered like I was fortunate enough the first time. So the closer you get it to neutral balance here, the better the battery life's going to be and the less work that the gimbal's going to have to do later. Next, to turn on the gimbal, on the right side of the unit, there's this little power button. Hold it down and wait till they get 4 lights, and then let go. And then the gimbal will initialize, and you can see here it's already stabilizing my smartphone. Next, you're going to want to open up the Zhiyun software. Now the Zhiyun software is how it communicates with the gimbal, and I'm going to click on Bluetooth here, and it's going to connect to the SmoothX version that I have. And now that it's connected, it opens up a whole lot of features, including I can double tap to switch to portrait modes. I can single tap and bring up a menu of all of the smart modes that it has. Now, the first one is smart, which is very much like DJI. It'll create a video for you and all you have to do is fill in the footage. Or it's got a panorama mode here, a photo mode, both through the front and rear facing cameras, a video mode, a slow motion video mode, a time-lapse mode, and a hyperlapse mode. Hyperlapse is kind of cool. It's like a time lapse with motion. So if you ever watched House of Cards, the intro, you're sliding in one direction, you're still fixed on a point, and it's doing time lapse, this thing supports that capability. So really advanced capabilities, and these are all available from the smart software. So not only do you get a 2-axis gimbal, you get the smart software, which allows you all these advanced features. Now I'm going to show you how to take a very quick panorama here. I'm going to use the handle and I'm going to extend it out a little bit, and I'm going to extend the tripod legs, and I'm going to take a panorama of my studio that I can show you. So we want to put it in portrait mode to begin with. That takes a better panorama photo. I'm going to set it into the middle of what I want my panorama to be, and then I'll just simply hit the photo button. And now that it's done, I can see the final generated panorama, and it looks great. Now, I've used this thing for the last 3 weeks, both personally and professionally, and like I said, it's going to change the way that I take photos. The intelligent features such as making a gesture and having it take a photo of you is really powerful when you're a solo YouTuber like me. With the ability to object track, it's almost like having an extra set of hands. So if I'm working on a project and I'm moving back and forth, I can set it to track me and it's going to pan and follow me throughout my studio. Given how amazing that smartphone cameras have become, it's no doubt that I'll start to use this more and more. I just started recently using this iPhone 6s as a top-down camera on my build videos, so I'm absolutely excited to use this in other scenarios where I need that second set of hands or a different angle. Now, the compact size of this thing is really awesome. It fits in most camera bags. In fact, I went to shoot a wedding last weekend and I brought the SmoothX with me, and it fit in the camera bag, taking up less room than one of the standard Canon lenses. With USB-C charging support and a USB-C cable, they've really future-proofed this platform, so you have to carry less extra cables with you, and it will charge with a lot of the other equipment that I already have. At the beach, it handled a stabilized panorama attempt that I did very well. Additionally, I had my daughter work on a chase video where we took the SmoothX in through a little trail that we used to get down to the beach. Now, unfortunately, she had some trouble, but I think that would have been solved if we enabled the tracking feature. One thing I noticed on an earlier boating trip is how accurate the gimbal is. I set the gimbal up, got it all balanced, and as soon as the boat turned, the gimbal didn't. So as the thing was rotating around, it was keeping a perfectly centered view. Now that wasn't ideal because I wanted to track a tuber that was going behind the boat. As you can see here, here's the before and the after with the tracking enabled and not enabled. Really helped get the best footage here. Now, while object tracking worked, another test that I did was take it to a local park with my overly sugared up kids. They really wanted to go out and play during all this COVID, and so I took them to the park and I brought the SmoothX with me. Now, I thought what a great view it'll be to push my daughter and have it object track her going back and forth in the frame with a set of swings. Unfortunately, the gimbal did not react fast enough to keep that in the frame. That's been a common problem I was having with it, but I think there are some settings that you can adjust that'll actually improve this. My kids wanted to play with Dad and watch me run around with 2 cameras in my hands rather than have me play around with settings. So some things that might turn people away. The gimbal itself works and stabilizes normally on 2 axes. Now, if you'd like to use the advanced features such as the gestures, the object tracking, or other video creation features, the Zhiyun company requires you to register with their application, including your email address. Now, if you're not comfortable with that, you may be able to use Proton Mail or another free email service to set up a specific email address you can use to register with this device. At another event, I was able to actually use the group selfie and the time-lapse feature. So I was doing a volunteer auction the other day, and I was able to set up the Zhiyun in the back on a table and have it time-lapse the whole event. It was a 45-minute charity auction, and the time-lapse is really cool to come back and watch, and it was super easy to set up. Additionally, at the end, when everything was successful and it was all over, we wanted to take a group shot, and what better than the Zhiyun to work as a selfie stick. So like I said, they could probably improve the object tracking feature, but at this price point, I was surprised that feature was even there. I figured out how to use most of the features in less than half an hour. One thing that may benefit them is to include some sort of videos or other interactive features that show you how to use the gesture controls or other advanced features that this gimbal has. Thank you to Zhiyun for sharing their innovative product. I look forward to seeing more products from this company and more innovation. If you do decide to purchase one, consider using the Amazon affiliate links in the description. Those really help out this channel and help me make more videos in the future for you. Thanks for watching The Net Guy, and I'll catch you in a future video. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of my video. If you want, do me a solid, hit the like button down there, and if you didn't like it, tell me why in the comments. I would love to help you out, If you do need some tech help, you can hit us up on the Discord channel, links in the description below. And why not check out one of these other great videos? It's okay, I'll wait.